Am I the a-hole if I tell my half-sister that my mom didn't care about her? I, 46F, feel completely torn about something, and I can't tell if I'd be cruel for saying what I honestly believe, or if I'm just protecting myself by staying quiet. When I was 10 years old, my whole world flipped upside down. My dad left our family. I didn't understand everything at the time, but what I eventually learned was that he had been cheating on my mom, and that affair resulted in a child, my half-sister. My mom was devastated. I can still remember the way she cried for weeks, trying to hold herself together for me while her marriage crumbled. A few months later, my dad came back into the picture. He moved back into our home, but his other child, the daughter from the affair, didn't just vanish. He stayed in contact with her, and eventually, she became part of our lives too. At first, she would come over on weekends. She was younger than me, and she was just a kid. I honestly didn't mind having her around, but I could always sense the tension. My mom tried to be polite, but it was painfully clear she was uncomfortable. She would smile, she would cook for her, she would ask her about school, but underneath it all, you could see it wasn't natural for her. And as I got older, I realized why. Because every time my half-sister walked through our front door, it was a reminder of the betrayal that broke her marriage. When I was a teenager, my half-sister actually ended up living with us for a few years. To be fair, my dad insisted on it, and he was still trying to juggle two families under one roof. My mom tolerated it. She never lashed out, never said anything openly cruel, but she kept her distance. There was no warmth, no bond. It wasn't hatred, but it also wasn't love. It was more like obligation. And I think my half-sister noticed it even back then, though she never said it out loud. After I left for college, things changed. I drifted from my half-sister. She didn't live with us anymore, and while we'd see each other occasionally, the relationship fizzled as the years went by. The last time I saw her was at our dad's funeral a few years ago. We hugged, exchanged a few words, and that was it. I can't say I ever felt close to her, and without dad as the link between us, there wasn't much tying us together anymore. Then last year, my mom got sick. It was one of the hardest times of my life. Watching her decline was devastating, and I felt like I was carrying the weight of it mostly on my own. My brothers helped here and there, but the day-to-day, the late-night hospital visits, the doctor calls, it was me. My half-sister didn't reach out, but I didn't expect her to. After all, it wasn't her mother, not really. Last week, my mom passed away. I was gutted. Even though I knew it was coming, the reality of losing her was like someone ripped the ground out from under me. When I finally got the strength, I posted a short message on social media to let friends and extended family know. It wasn't long or detailed, just a way to acknowledge her passing. And yesterday, out of nowhere, I got a message from my half-sister. She wrote, "I was really hurt to find out your mom died through Instagram. I know we aren't close, but I still thought I would hear it from you directly. It feels like you completely shut me out. Your mom was never perfect, but she cared about me. I'm not angry with her. I am hurt that you didn't even think of me. That hurts even worse than losing her." I've read that message at least 10 times, and every time I feel a wave of conflicting emotions. On one hand, I get where she's coming from. Death makes people raw, and she probably feels excluded. She lost her dad, and now she feels like she's lost another tie to the family. Maybe she just wanted acknowledgement, a sign that she was still connected to us somehow. But here's the hard truth, the truth that's eating me alive. My mom didn't care about her. Not in the way a mother should. She was polite, she did the bare minimum, but my mom never truly embraced her. She tolerated her presence for my dad's sake, but there was no bond. And now my half-sister is rewriting history in her own head, saying my mom cared about her, and I don't know if I should let her hold on to that or tell her the truth. Because the truth is, when my mom was dying, she never once asked for my half-sister. She didn't mention her name, she didn't wonder about her life. She didn't say a word about her. It was like she didn't exist in my mom's world. And a big part of me wants to tell her that because maybe it will stop her from directing her anger at me. Maybe if she knew the truth, she'd stop thinking I deliberately shut her out and understand that she was never really part of my mom's circle in the first place. But then I wonder, would telling her that be cruel? Would it be needlessly shattering for her to hear that the woman she thought cared about her really didn't? Would I just be lashing out in my grief and transferring my pain onto her? So here I am, stuck in this awful limbo. Do I tell her the truth, or do I let her hold on to a version of events that comforts her, even if it's not real? Am I the a-hole if I tell my half-sister that my mom didn't care about her?